Good morning, everyone. Okay, so this card jumped out. Interesting in the work category, the Ten of Cups and the Six of Cups. Six of Cups has been coming up quite a bit lately, and I've noticed in other readers' readings, I've been seeing this card. So the Ten of Cups is showing, it's the happy family card. So I would say in the work position, there's more camaraderie and things are feeling better. Um, the tension that has been going on for the last few weeks seems to have dissipated, and it's just feeling better at work. Now the Six of Cups, excuse me, because I know this has come up, so I've been, you'll hear me describe it the same way because I tend to read the cards the same most of the time. So this card is about, it's sort of termed the nostalgia card, but I always have the caution of remembering that we don't always remember things the way they are, and we could remember them worse than they were or better than they were. But it is a card of reflection on the past, and it can be used in a very positive way. It can be used to sort of think back and sort of rediscover what brought you the simple joys in life. And I'm stealing this from another reader who said, try to look for ways to bring things that you did for enjoyment when you were younger, find an adult way of doing those, and bring that joy back into your life. So perhaps, tens can be endings. So maybe you're moving on from a job. Just This is just popping into my head. The grass is always greener, but no matter where you work, unless you work for yourself, and then even then, that comes with a whole other slew of headaches. Um, the grass is always greener, and you have to deal with difficult people usually, no matter where you work. There's always that one person, right, that for some reason really rubs you the wrong way. The other thought of this card is to keep things simple. Keep it simple. Stop and smell the roses, and try not to make things too complicated. So I don't know if some of you out there are working on some big project, and this would caution you to just, yeah, don't try to make things more complicated than they have to. Try to keep them simple and moving along, and don't get too crazy with things. Okay, so I'm going to just move on. What did I say? Home life? Six of Cups. And the Five of Cups. Interesting. So that was in reverse. Not that I don't really read reversals, but I just felt like making note of that today. So, Six of Cups. Keep it simple at home. Play with your kids. It's summertime. My son had his last day of school yesterday, and we're into the summer season. Kind of remember that, how exciting it was to get out of school and have the whole summer. I mean, that was just the most incredible feeling in the world, and all the dreams and all the things you were going to do. But really the simple things, just being outside, catching lightning bugs, going swimming, hanging, just enjoying being outside. For those of you that it's not summer, you still know what I mean. So I'm drawn to the moon in this card. It looks like the girl's offering the cup to the woman. And there's a star. Very pretty. So yeah, this is, the child, remembering that have children can be just as much teachers and have just as much to offer us as adults. And to really listen to them because they can be surprisingly um, perceptive and have really great ideas. So the Five of Cups, on a very sort of my main mundane interpretation of this card, is that someone dumped you. But that's just, if someone was like, oh, I want to know about this relationship, I would be like, I think someone wants to break up. But the real depth to this card is about pining for something, focusing and pining away on something that's lost, focusing on your hurt feelings, focusing basically on the negative aspects of things instead of what you do have and the emotional beauty in your life. So that matches really nice with the Six of Cups. I mean, if you think of them in order, the five is wallowing in sadness over what was lost, and the six is remembering all the simple, beautiful things that you do have in your life. These cards are beautiful. I wish they were bigger. There's so much detail. So I think at home, I think it's very nice. Just really try to discipline your mind to focus on the beauty and the things that you do have. We have all cups on the table, I just realized. So this week is about emotions and how we feel. Maybe you can even, because the Six of the Cups is in the work position and in the home position, maybe your child or a younger person or something from your past is going to give you a good idea at work or motivate your work somehow. Okay, so love and relationships. Oh my God, I forgot that this deck has this unknown card. Oh my God, and I just love it. If I ever do a tarot deck, which I want to do, I'm just not an artist, so it's difficult to do a deck when you can't draw. It has this unknown card, and that's what it is. It's the unknown card. So there's something unknown in the relationship sector. I kind of read this card, and if it's about relationships, like you don't know that someone really has a thing for you, or you're not admitting, you don't realize you really have feelings for someone. And just to kind of expect something out of the ordinary. It's cool. Love it. All right, let's see what the other card is. Oh, and the Hanged Man. So I feel like a lot of you feel like sort of nothing's happening in the relationship department. You're just sort of suspended. If you're in a relationship, things are just sort of stagnant, and maybe you're trying to make a decision about something. Things are just sort of blah. Or this card is also about having a different perspective. So perhaps you're all of a sudden are seeing your relationship in a different way, which can be good or bad. And with the unknown card next to it, um, I don't know which one that would be. And maybe you don't either at this point. Maybe there's something in your relationship you don't know about. I mean, hate to put a negative spin, but there could be something going on that you don't know about. So that's not my first gut when this card, thought when this card came out, but that's a possibility. Or you're waiting for a response from someone, a decision from someone. But I really love this card. I don't feel like it's sinister or negative. I feel like it's more exciting. Like, you know, anything can happen, which I think that's great. I'm a fire sign. I love change and new things. So I think, try to look at things from a different point of view, and that could go either way. If you've just been going along in a relationship and things have been fine, maybe, these 6 of Cups, you can see things in a different way and sort of appreciate the simple parts of your relationship that bring you joy, and maybe see your relationship in a different way, and it can transform it into a new phase in your relationship that's better. Or perhaps you've been feeling like this in your relationship for a really long time, and it's time to move on. And move on, into the unknown. Whoops, I dropped the card, excuse me. I'm surprised I don't do that more often. I'm incredibly klutzy. So okay. It may feel better for some people that are not like fire signs that like change all the time. It may be more comfortable hanging here upside down than stepping into the unknown. And if you're single, this could also be the same thing. Even though you're just hanging about by yourself, this could apply to me, kind of nothing happening in your romantic life. It may feel better than stepping out into the unknown, especially when you've had, relationships in the past that haven't worked out. There's no way of knowing. There's literally no way of knowing how they're going to work out. And it's a leap of faith. So some of us are going to be stepping into the unknown. That can be really tough, scary, hard. But if we don't take a chance, who knows? I mean, then you're going to be stuck here upside down forever. And then all the blood rushes to your head. No, just so you gain a different perspective with this card, but if you just stay in this same tree forever, there's only so much perspective you can gain without sort of making some kind of change and moving on. Bye.